Go on, mute ya, go on. Ease yourself, just keep it calm, mute ya, star. Only per pressure, I'm a corner. What time it hard to carry on? You no need no girl for turn to, no man for talk to. Feelings hurt, on the journey so far.
Welcome, Success Family, my enlightened keepers of Øwayne Allen Media, alongside our new arrivals to the channel. Plumpy Boss is still alive despite being the target of a brutal attack where a contract was put out on his life. Recently, I saw a report that said a bounty is placed on Plumpy Boss' head. I want to discuss the recent interview with Plumpy Boss' mother and share everything she had to say about Plumpy Boss' condition and the challenges they face. Alright, so yesterday I shared news that Plumpy Boss had passed away. I want to apologize for that inaccuracy. I'm relieved to confirm that Plumpy Boss is still alive and fighting, and for that I'm truly grateful. I saw the comments and people text me and told me, you know, that he's still breathing, and that is a very good thing. Plumpy Boss is a fighter, and I hope the artists keep up. Get this video to 1k likes in honor of Plumpy Boss. Drop some prayer hand emoji in the comment section for the artist. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and make sure to subscribe to get all our latest videos. Now, while the news of Plumpy Boss' death was inaccurate, the gravity of the situation still remains the same. I still believe if anything further does happen or do happen to Plumpy Boss, it will be World War VII, a retaliation by the 7 against the 6. Now, in my previous video, I also mentioned that Cayman 6 could be a potential target in this conflict, and if he hasn't already, he should consider leaving Trinidad to ensure his safety. Now, I am asking everyone involved to think carefully and avoid any action that will spark any further violence in Trinidad, because we're tired of seeing the bloodshed and coming and talk about things like this. And I truly try to avoid the fake information because I've seen the fake information for so long, and then I avoid it, and then you know unfortunate situation just happened. Now, as for the bounty, I saw an article and it said that a US $100,000 bounty is on Plumpy Boss' head. Now, I do not know how true this is. However, I know people want him gone, and these are just some dangerous situation to be in as a Trinidad dancehall artist. Plumpy Boss is still currently in a coma after a bullet lodged in his brain was successfully and surgically removed by a top neurosurgeon in Trinidad. Now, I want to just big up all the doctors that played their part, doctors and nurses that played their part in making sure that the artist received the care that he needs. Plumpy Boss is currently receiving advanced medical care in Trinidad. Plumpy Boss' mother, Sandra Emmanuel, said that she had to pay $50,000 to a lawyer in Trinidad to secure assistance of St. Martin Prime Minister Dr. Luc Bercelina, right? And Plumpy Boss' mother is making sure she do everything she can do to help her son, because that legal and political intervention was crucial for completing the necessary paperwork that enabled Plumpy Boss, you know, to be airlifted from St. Martin to Trinidad. And this just shows you the hurdles that Plumpy Boss was facing while not being aware of any of it. And his family had his back, and they were fighting to make sure that Plumpy Boss survived. Now, the medical care provided by the St. Martin Medical Center praised by doctors in Trinidad despite the center inadequate resources. The applause from the Trinidad doctors, you know, the top neurosurgeons in Trinidad, shows you that the dedication of those medical staff in St. Martin, they played a big part as to why Plumpy Boss is still breathing and alive right now. They are real life superheroes. So big up again St. Martin medical staff that had Plumpy Boss under their care. They managed to stabilize Plumpy Boss before his transfer and make sure everything go as planned, you know, just to make sure that the artists make it home safely. While St. Martin's Center may lack the advanced facilities like larger hospitals, the quality of the care provided was crucial in preserving Plumpy Boss' life until he could be transported back to Trinidad for that crucial surgery of removing the bullet from his brain. Now, again, Plumpy Boss' mother, Sandra Emmanuel, also said that Plumpy Boss' entry into St. Martin was allegedly facilitated by bribing immigration officers, which would mean that Plumpy Boss violated St. Martin's strict entry laws. Given Plumpy Boss running with the law, you know, being charged with a few things here and there. If you didn't know, St. Martin is known for strict entry policies, especially when it comes to Plumpy Boss himself being, you know, having the history of drug offenses. Now, Plumpy Boss' presence in St. Martin and his illegal entry begs the question, if all that contributed to the delay and the complication in Plumpy Boss leaving St. Martin in a timely manner to receive the care that he needs, because the paperwork would have to be done. When you enter a country illegally, the paperwork have to be done for them to get you outside of the country. And not because Plumpy Boss is sick, it does not mean that that situation does not apply to him. If any other situation had happened, then that wouldn't be necessary, I suppose. But because he's still up and kicking, and then they have to make sure that they go about it the right and proper way. So big up Plumpy Boss. At the end of the day, we're happy that he's alive and he's back home. But I think this opened a can of worms even for the authorities in St. Martin, because a lot of people are ministers and people within the system will now start to want to investigate and try to determine who was a part of the bribery and illegal entry of Plumpy Boss, and that will only complicate the situation surrounding Plumpy Boss condition and everything, because now that will just bring into focus a broader issue of corruption in St. Martin and the legal process. Maybe something that they did not even know was even possible, right? Because I do not know of St. Martin being in the news for anything really. I've never really heard of St. Martin doing anything that needs any big highlight within the Caribbean. We talk about Trinidad crime and violence and the music, of course those things are highlighted. We talk about Jamaica, many things that Jamaica are involved in, it is highlighted, positive and negative, right? But St. Martin, I've never really heard of St. Martin being involved or anything like that. So maybe they will need to do that, have that investigation done. And if true, as I said, now we know why Plumpy Boss could not leave St. Martin when he should, because of unlawful entry. Now, as for my enlightened Sixers family, I will continue to follow the developments surrounding Plumpy Boss, and it is important, very imperative, to remain hopeful for his recovery despite all the challenges he's facing right now, including the attempt on his life and the ongoing threat, right? Plumpy Boss, as I said earlier on in the video, Plumpy Boss is a fighter and he will need that resilience, and that resilience is something to be to admire. So Plumpy Boss, just keep up, dog, right? Plumpy Boss story also show us and remind us that it takes a lot of strength to survive in harsh and difficult condition and environment. We can only wish the best for Plumpy Boss, and as he continue through the difficult times right now. And I will always come here and speak positive things about Plumpy Boss or about the situation, right? Because I will never come and preach anything bad about the youths, right? We might try to give the youths advice and all these other things, but not to preach any bad against the youths. You get me? So because at the end of the day, at Øwayne Media, I am committed to really try to provide accurate and reliable information. I want to assure the people that we will just continue to update you on the Plumpy Boss situation or condition and any new developments surrounding Plumpy Boss situation, because we are not in the business of fake news or misinformation or anything like that. So you can just continue to trust the updates that we provide, and because we will be doing the research and give it the truth. You get me? So thanks to everybody who continue to support, and let's continue to support Plumpy Boss. As I said, everybody else like the Six and all these other things, it's a free platform, so therefore you can come and say anything that you want to say, negative or positive, it does not matter. I will not delete any comment, I will not block anything. It's an open platform, so if you disagree, that's fine. Everybody have their opinion, everybody have what they support. So I won't block anybody or do anything like that, So I'm just taking my stance, and my stance is I won't preach anything bad on the youths, and I won't be doing that anytime soon. You get me? So big up Plumpy Boss to the fullest. Alright, so that's the video for today. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the subscribe, thanks for the views, thanks for the comments. As always, I am out.